Hello, I'm Dane. Welcome to another episode of Dax Jutsu. In today's episode, we will discuss how to group the fields in a field parameter table into different categories. And we want to be able to group them multiple times. So, if you don't know how to create a field parameter yet, just go to Modeling, New Parameter, and Fields. And you select a measure or a column, say category. And what it does is it will create a field parameter table that will help us display the measure or the column. So, uh, show items, not show items with no data, but show values of selected field. Okay. So a field parameter makes it possible using the GUI to change the visibility of a measure or column. But we will not be focusing on this. So I already have a parameter table called measure parameter. It's a very simple one. We have the sales quantity, sales LY or last year, and quantity LY. So what we need to be able to do now is that we want to be able to group these measures into different categories. For example, if I want to just if I want to select just the current year, then I should be seeing just sales and sales quantity. If I want to select last year, then I should be seeing sales LY and quantity LY. But if I want to be able to view just sales only, then I should be able to see sales and sales LY. What do I mean sales is sales revenue. Let's change this to sales revenue. So it's not ambiguous. So what do we do now? When you create a field parameter table, what Power BI does is it creates a column or a table of three columns. You have your display, the display name of your measure, the actual fields or measure, and the order. But this actually allows us to create more columns. Let's say I'll call this sales or current year. Let's say current year, CY. This one is CY and this one is PY or LY. So it creates a new column. And we will call this column category. Now let's go back to the report view and add that category column. So I want to be able to see just the current year. Okay, current year, last year. Okay. Now, what if we want to group these fields multiple times? So what do we do? So it's as simple as copying the fields and changing the category column value. So let's say I want just sales revenue only. So sales rev. And then the other one should be sales quantity. You may have noticed that although we have now 6 rows in the field parameters table, it only displays 4 columns, which is what we want. Now let's click our slicer CYLY, and then we have sales quantity, sales rep. So this is wrong. It should be sales rev for both. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. It should be sales rev, sales quantity. So this is wrong. So should be this. Place that there and sales rep. So now we get to see just sales rep LY. And we can do that for quantity as well. So let's copy quantity and then quantity LY. And we'll call these last two rows sales quantity. Sales quantity. Oops. Okay. So we now have sales quantity, sales rep. What if you don't want to create new rows in the parameter table? One way to do this is by maintaining a separate display table or a separate view table. And we will be using a many to many relationship if we want that approach. So, what were our original columns, original rows rather? I'll just copy the whole table and paste that in Excel. Paste that. And I just want to keep, I would move this way, the original. Okay, so we now have our original rows. So I'll copy this and I'll create a category or let's just name this category. I'll create a category column and I'll call this, what did we use? CY, 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 LY, LY. And I'll create another one for sales only. So sales rev, and another one for quantity. Quantity, sales quantity, and sales one. I'll copy this and look for entered data. So I'll call this measure parameter views. Load that. Let's wait for a while. And I'll go to relationship. Add a new layout and look for those tables. So we have measure parameter and measure parameter views. And I'll create a many-to-many relationship. One direction many-to-many relationship from our views table to our parameters table. So save. And let's put this back to the original parameter table. Three. Hmm, that's weird. It undid on its own. Let's try again. Delete that, delete, and delete. And let's remove these. hmm We've got an error because a closing curly bracket was missing. And because this column no longer exists, it returns an error. Now let's replace that with the category column from views table. Okay, now let's try again. Hmm, what's wrong? Okay. Mm, the relationship is between the columns that are incorrect. Let's make this relationship active. Let's try again. See why. Oh, why? Hmm, it's not filtering. Let's check. Oh, the relationship direction is wrong. I'll delete this. Just reestablish the relationship. So measure parameter to wait. So this is measure parameter to measure parameter. Many to many make relationship active, and the filter should be coming from the views table. Okay, try again. Yep, it works. And this is one of the scenarios wherein a many man to man relationship can be very helpful. Well, that's it from me. Thank you for staying with me and have a good one. I hope you learned something. Bye bye.